अस्सलामु अलैकुम वरहमतुल्लाहि वबरकातुहू। बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। रब्बि इश्रह ली सदरी व यस्सिर ली अमरी वहलुल उक़दतम मिन लिसानी यफ़क़हू क़ौली। रब्बना ज़िदना इल्मा। आमीन या रब्बल आलमीन। Welcome to Advanced Arabic Grammar, Mulhatul I'rab. Today, inshallah, we are going to start Bab al-I'rab. Let's start with the Arabic text reading. وإن ترد أن تعرف الإعراب لتكتفي في نطقك الصواب فإنه بالرفع ثم الجر والنصب والجزم جميعا يجري والرفع والنصب بلا ممانع قد دخل في الاسم والمضارع والجر يستأثر بالأسماء والجزم في الفعل بلا امتراء والرفع دم والآخر الحروف والنصب بالفتح بلا وقوف والجر بالكسرة للتبيين والجزم في السالم بالتسكين. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. So let's continue first with the root letters for Al-I'rab. It is very important to know about a new word when you come across it, that what are the root letters for it. And for this I'rab, the root letters Ain, Ra and Ba are very important to know. So here, this is a text from the Urdu dictionary from Ghulam Ahmad Parvez, but it is translated into English. You can see one of the pages from this dictionary, Ain, Ra, and Ba, for the root letters. And here you can see different definitions or the meanings for the word Arab. It can be the people of the Arabia, it can be the region, it can be as a progeny of Ismail alayhi salam, and there are many more that you can see here. But one thing that you can see here as well is the word Arabi. That is the one who makes something clear or eloquent. So here, I'rab means to clarify something that clarifies your speech. Like in the example, Arabtu lahul kalam. I told him about it clearly. And you have seen many examples from the Quran when it is mentioned in it, Hukman Arabiyan, Lisanan Arabiyan, Quranan Arabiyan. It is not only the Arabic language, but it is something that makes something clear. It means a clear book. A book which explains everything very clearly, like in many surahs that you can see here. It also says غَيْرَ ذِي إِوَجٍ. إِوَجٍ, that means it is free of any crookedness. It is free of any error. It is so clear. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. This is very clear book, but we need to ponder in its meaning, in its words. Alhamdulillah. So this is the root letter Ain, Ra and Ba for I'rab, which means something that makes clear, that something that clarifies something. So it is very important to know the root letters and their meanings, because sometimes or almost every time the meaning of the words are hidden in their root letters. So let's start with our bait 41. Ikam I'rab. First line is one turid an tarif al I'raba. And if you want to know the I'rab, if you want to understand the rules and principles of the Arabic grammar, it is very important to first learn about the correct and I'rab for that sentence, or it is very important to construct meaningful and correct words. So, لِتَكْتَفِي فِي نُطْقِكَ الصَّوَّابَ, you follow the correct pronunciation in your speech. This line also tells us that knowing the I'rab will guide us to pronounce words more clearly, ensuring that our speech is accurate and proper. So together these both lines, وَإِن تُرِدْ أَن تَعْرِفَ الْإِعْرَابَ and لِتَكْتَفِي فِي نُطْقِكَ الصَّوَّابَ, emphasize the importance of understanding the I'rab to achieve proper pronunciation and the speech. So Arab Yuribu Arab al-I'rab means something that is al-izhar wa ibana, that is clear and meaningful. Lughat means from the dictionary, and istilahan means according to the Nahwiyin, their definition, it is you can see تغيير آخر الكلمة لاختلاف العوامل داخلة عليها لفظا أو تقديرا. So changing the endings of the words due to the different factors affecting them, that is factors, that is عوامل, the that is عامل بجمع عوامل. So it is can be لفظا أو تقديرا. Inshallah, we are going to also look into it. What does that Imam al-Hariri is telling us about lafzan and taqdeeran. So here you can see this is the istilahan definition about i'rab according to Nahwiyin, what they say about it, that changing the ending of the word due to the different factors. And what are those factors? They can be lafzan or they can be taqdeeran. So here, let's see what is lafzan and taqdeeran. What is the difference between lafzan and taqdeeran? See these examples. جاء زيد, رأيت زيد, and ذهبت على زيد. So here you can see these endings. You can notice these endings. You can notice the endings here. جاء زيد, and here زيدا, زيد. Here it is فاعل مرفوع وعلامة رفعه الضمة. Here it's مفعول به, you can say, and it's علامة نصبه الفتحة. Here اسم مجرور علامة جره الكسرة. So you can see here, all here, this is the difference, or you can say the awamil affecting can be because you can say different factors, like you can see here it makes Ila is making it majroor. Here it is because it is maful bihi, and it is here it is the file. So there are different factors that are affecting the endings of the word. So this is because they are zahir, you can see that they are visible, so we can call them lafzan. But sometimes they are taqdeer, and you can say implied or invisible. These are the visible signs that you can actually see. These dhammas, fathas, and kasras, because it is file marfu here. Alamati, you can write the i'rab like this. Alamati rafihi, dhamma azahira, here maful bi, alamati nasbihi, al-fatha zahira, here ism majrur, alamati jari, kasra azahira. Because they're all zahir, they're all visible. But sometimes they are taqdeeran, like in these examples. And you know there's this word Mustafa is ending with alif maksura. So you can see ja Mustafa, ra'aytu Mustafa, zahabtu ila Mustafa. You can see here, you cannot, the changes are actually happening. The awamil are changing the endings, but you cannot actually see them. They are takdiran, they are hidden, or you can say they are implied. There is an implied dhamma, there is an implied fatha, and there is a hidden, you can say the kasra, but you cannot actually see them because of the ending. And this is Ja Mustafa fa'il marfu alamati rafi dhamma, but it is muqaddara. Like that here, you wrote, you say that dhamma azahira because it is visible, zahir. But here you need to say the dhamma al muqaddara. Just like that, into Mustafa here, you know that it is the maf'ul bi mansub wa alamati nasbi al-fatha al-muqaddara, because muqaddara, it is taqdeeran, it is hidden, it is implied. So, and in the same way, zahabtu ila Mustafa, here is a majrur wa alamati jarrihi al-kasra al-muqaddara. You need to add here, because again, you cannot see the signs here. So this is what Imam al-Hariri is telling us, that the awamil are changing. These all changes in these endings are happening because of the awamil that are happening. But sometimes you can see them that are lafzan, and sometimes you cannot see them because they are taqdeeran or they are muqaddar. So let's continue with our bait 42. From Iraq, فَإِنَّهُ بِالرَّفْعِ ثُمَّ الْجَرِّ. For it, this is the actual the word translation that I put here for all the bait that we are reading. فَإِنَّهُ بِالرَّفْعِ ثُمَّ الْجَرِّ. For it is first in the fa case, then in the jar. Here in the jar. So here This phrase, you can see actually that it indicates as the sequence of the grammatical analysis, and it is telling us that what are the specific cases of rafa and jar, and it starts with the rafa and then with the jar. So one must be wa jazmi, jami, and yajri, and then the nasab case and the jasib or the jazm case both apply. So here it is telling us about Imam al-Hariri is telling us about the four cases: the rafa, jar, nasab, and jazm. So we can also say that these all phrases refers to the grammatical cases in the Arabic language, specifically the nasab here and the jazm here, and here the rafa and the jar. We'll see them inshallah in detail as well. Bait 43 is for Rafu wa Nasbu bila mumani'in. So the Rafa and the Nasab without any problem. Bila mumani'in. You can say without any problem. So here you can see that this phrase discusses the usage of the two grammatical cases in Arabic, Rafa and the Nasab, and it also tells us the two cases that can be used without any restrictions or without any obstacles. So here again, actually he is telling us about the alamat asliya. We can say that he's telling us about the alamat asliya. We have done this in detail, alamat asliya and alamat fariya. That what are the real signs of Rafa Nasab and Jar, and what are the fariya, or the, you can say, the implied, or even you can say the fake signs or not the real signs for the these Rafa Nasab and Jar and Majzoom states. So here Imam al-Hariri is telling us for Rafa wa Nasbu bila Mumani means first of all that you can see that here Jar, the Nasab, the Rafa and the Nasab are the two states of the grammatical cases of the Arabic language. قد دخل في الاسم والمضارع. Indeed, they occur in the ism and the mudari. So now he's telling us that these two alamat, or these two states, the rafa and the nasab, indeed, they actually enters the ism and the fa'li mudari. We know that fa'li madi is quite mabni, and he is telling us the different states of the fa'li mudari. We know that when we do the i'rab, we know that fa'li madi is mabni on some like the sukoon, or you can say the fatha or the wow. So here we know that, or you can say the dhamma. We know that here he is telling us about that it actually is the fail or the ism on which this rafa and the nisab states apply. But specifically, he is telling us that for faili mudari, the nasab states is going to work. So this phrase highlights that the grammatical cases of the rafa and nasab can be applied to both ism and faili mudari. That means the rafa and nasab, both states can be found in the ism and the fail. It also indicates the flexibility of the Arabic language and or their Arabic grammar in applying these cases to different parts of the speech. They can be the verb, they can be the noun. So, فالرفع والنصب بلا ممانع قد دخل في الاسم والمضارع. So, without any problem, without any doubt, the rafa and the nasab states enter ism and mudari or the fail, and specifically fail mudari. So this is how we are going to continue these two lines for bait 43. رفع ونصب بلا ممانع قد دخل في الاسم والمضارع. So without any doubt, without any problem or restrictions, the rafa and the nasib states enters the ism and the mudari or the fail mudari. Then we have the bait 44, that is والجر يستعصر بالأسماء, and the jar case is reserved for asma, because we know that for fi'l mudari we have only three states, and that are rafa, nasab, and the jazm state. So he is Imam al-Hariri is telling us that the jar yastasu, it is specified or exclusive, or you can say that exclusive, especially for the asma or the isms, and the jar case is reserved for So means you can say it is istasara, yastasiru, istisar means that possess exclusively. So here the asma actually possess this jar state exclusively because in fail we don't have any jar state. Well, just fail, faili bilam tarai, and the jazm case is for fail without any doubt. And as I mentioned that al-afal have faili mudari has three states: the rafa and the nasab and the jazm state. So jazm state without any doubt, bilam tarai without any doubt. This is from imtara yamtari al imtara to doubt. La imtara means do not doubt. So without any doubt the jism state is only exclusive for fail. So without any shak, without any doubt. So this is والجر يستأثر بالأسماء والجزم بالفعل بلم تراي. And the jar case is for asma, and the jism case is for fall without any doubt. Let's continue with the bait 45 now, inshallah. فالرفع ضم آخر الحروف. The rafa case is the ending with the dhamma on the last letter. Now here starts with the alamat asliya. As we learned about it, learned about the alamat asliya and alamat fariya, there are few sessions that I did for these alamat asliya and fariya in detail. You can go and watch those sessions. And inshallah, I'm going to put the link for those sessions as well, where you can see the detailed sessions on alamat asliya and alamat fariya. But here, as we are only going to focus on the lines that have been told by Imam al-Hariri, we will inshallah see that he is telling us about alamat asliya and alamat fariya. For the detail, you can go back and watch those lectures, inshallah. So rafu damu akhir hurufi. So this is alamat asliya. As we'll see that alamat asliya for the rafa case is the dhamma. We know that. The rafa case is the ending with the dhamma on the last letter always. The nasbu, and for the nasab bil fathi bila wukufi. Bila wukufi. So the nasab case is marked by fatha without stopping. Without stopping. So here mentioning about bila wukufi, here we can say that this is another thing when we are talking like in the sentence like mentioned here. You can see here raitu zaidan, raitu zaid, raitu zaidan. So while continuing the sentence raitu zaidan, we are going to pronounce as fatha, but when this is what means والنسب بالفتح بلا وقوف without stopping. But sometimes right to zaid, if we are going to stop here, we are not going to pronounce it. Like here Imam Hariri is telling us when you're without stopping, you are saying that now you are going to say it with without stopping, then you are going to tell or you can say out the i'rab or the fatha on the letter, the last letter. So Ra'itu Zaidan. So on the last letter, you are going to pronounce this fatha without stopping. Bila wukufi. Ra'itu Zaid. Now you are, if you are going to stop here, you are not going to pronounce these fathas. So this is what he means, that if you are going to end these words like Ja Zaid, you are not going to pronounce, or if you are going to, you are not going to stop, you are going to pronounce them. Bila wukufi Ja Zaidun. And like Jaa Zaidun fil bayti, or like that. If you're continuing it, you're going to say like Raitu Zaidan fil bayti or fil masjidi, like that. So here, if you're continuing, you are going to say out loud all these i'rab. But if you're going to end your sentence, you're like you're going to walk or you're going to stop here, you're not going to pronounce them louder. So this is what Imam Halili is telling us. So فالرفع ضم آخر الحروف والنسب بالفتح بلا وقوف. The nasb case is marked by fatha, this fatha without stopping. So this is what he meant. Then the last bait for today, and we are inshallah completing Bab al-I'rab, bait 46. والجر بالكسر للتبيين. والجر بالكسر للتبيين. So he is as I told you this, he is telling us about the alamat al-asliya, and the jar case is marked by a kasra for clarification. للتبيين here, للتبيين he has used here. So للتبيين بينا, you can say بينا يبين للتبيين. Here it is for for clarification. والجزم في السالم بالتسكين, and the jazm case in the sound verb is indicated by a sukoon. So here sound verbs, you know that those we have already done with that, like there are the letters of which ends with words with ends with the huruf illa. So he's not talking about the words which ends with the huruf illa, like yamshi, it becomes lam yamshi. So here huruf illa is dropped and we put a sukoon. So he's not talking about that, but he is talking about that wajazmi fisalimi with the skinny, that when we have the sound verbs, we are going to put the jazm, like lam yazhab, and the jism case in the sound verb is indicated by a sukoon. And we have already done these all Arab in our now sections. And inshallah, you can go back and watch those lectures in detail. Let's see here. So here Imam Halali has told us about Halat Arab. This is just a recap of all the lines, all the bait from 41 till 46 that we did today. Alhamdulillah. So here, Halat Irab for Rafa, it is specific to Asma and Afal both. Nasab, it is specific to Asma and Afal. Al Jar is only exclusive to Asma, Al Asma al Fakat, and Al Jazm is only exclusive to Afal Fakat. Then Alamat era, we learned about Alamat Asliya and Fariya in these bed that we did today. And as I mentioned that I'm going to put the link for the lectures or detailed lectures on Alamat Asliya and Fariya. So you can watch those lectures as well. So this is the recap for Alamat Asliya. There are four states, Rafa, Nasab, Jar, and Jazm. And these are Alamat Asliya. For Rafa, it is always Dhamma. For Nasab, it is always Fatha. For Jar, it is always Kasra. And for Jazm, it is always the Sukun. These are the signs, the real signs for Rafa, Nasab, Jar, and Jazm states. Here, these are Dhamma, Fatha, Kasra, and Sukun. These are the Alamat, the real signs. And we know that for Alamat Fariya, not the real signs for Rafa, Nasab, Jar, and Jazm. What are they? They are for Halti Rafa, these are Wow. You know that for Asliya, it is always Dhamma, but for the Fariya, it is Wow, Alif, and Subutun Noon. These four signs you see for Halti Rafa. For Halat Nasab, we see Alif, we can see Ya, we can see Kasra, and we can see Hasbin Noon. Like for Muslimatin, you can see the Nasab and the Jar state is same. So this is not actually the real for the Nasab, because you know, for the Nasab, it is always Fatha. For the Kasra, you know, the Muslimati or Al-Muslimati or Muslimatin, you see a Kasra for the Halat Nasab, and that is what Alamat or Irab for Iya. For Hardik Jar, it's Ya in Fatha. We know that the real sign is the Kasra. But for Ya sign is Al Ya and the Fatha. For Hardik Jazam, it is Sukun, but the Fariya sign is Harf Illa or Harf Noon. Hasfin Noon. It is also important to know about the Morab and Mabni when we talk about Morab. When we say we write down our Irab, like we did for like Ism Majroor, وعلامة جره الكسرة. So here these are all Morab when we are going to write the Irab. We write down Dhamma, Fatha, and Kasra. But when we talk about Mabni, we say Ad-Dam, Mabni al-Dam, Mabni al-Fath, Mabni al-Kasr. But for Morab, we say Ad-Dhamma, al-Fatha, al-Kasra. Here is a beautiful, when we talk about Arab, here is a beautiful story about Abu Aswad ad-Dawli, and he is one of the companions of the companion of Hazrat Ali radiallahu ta'ala anhu. Uh, he was actually, this is a very beautiful incident about his daughter when she was talking to him, and she said that Ma asanu asma, Ma asanu asma'i, Ma asanu asma'i. This is what she asked Abu Aswad ad-Dawli. Like she wanted to ask that, actually she wanted to say what a beautiful sky, but because of the misspelled, you can say Arab, she said, what's the beautiful thing in the sky? So he answered her, Najm, the stars. The beautiful thing are the stars. So at that time, Abu Aswad al-Dawli just felt a need for the Arab, or the need for this all the world of Arab, and actually we can say that he was the first person that started this thing of the introduction of the Arab, because of the little incident that happened to him. So ma ahsanus samai, this is mudaf and mudaf ilayh. And what's the best thing in the sky? His daughter just misspelled it, and then he answered an-najm. So ma ahsanus sama was the actual, you can say that that is, you call this ma ahsana, this ma tajubiya. So here you can see these examples for all this what happened to Abu Aswad ad-Dawli. You can see here Ma Ahsan talib. If I'm going to remove all the Arab from here, Ma Ahsan Talib, Ma Ahsan Talib, Ma Ahsan Talib, they all going to look the same. But if we are going to put the Arab here, Ma Ahsan Taliba, look at the first sentence. This is Ma Tajubiya, the surprised one here. What an excellent student. Ma Ahsan Taliba. What an excellent student. You can see here, this is Ma Tajubiya. The next one is, if I'm going to put the Arab, it is going to spell like Ma Ahsanat Talibu. Now here it is file. Ma Nafiya. The student didn't do well. This is Faili Madi used here. Ahsana Yasinu. The other student didn't do well. So here you can see the first one without Arab, they all actually going to look the same if we are not going to put the Arab. What an excellent student, what an amazing student. The first sentence is about Ma Tajubiya. Ma Nafia, the second one, the student didn't do well. This is Faili Madi used here, and here a Talibu is the file. The last one is Ma Ahsanu at-Talibi. Ma Ahsanu at-Talibi. Now here, Ma Istihfamiya. The question on what is the best thing about this student? Ma ahsanu at-talibi. What is the best thing about this student? And here it is ma istafamiya. You can see how the Arab are changing all that, the meaning, all the structure of the sentences, that they all look same without the Arab. But because of the small incident that happened to this um, a companion of Hazrat Ali radiallahu anhu, this whole thing changed, and we started learning about the Arab, and we were introduced about these Arab, this world of Arab. So this tashkil and the Arab is very important to learn when speaking properly or and eloquently. So this is what Ain, Ra, and Ba, to make something clear. This to make something clear, this is the speech that we talk about. So the first ma here you can see it is ma tajibiya, the second one is ma nafiya, and the third one is ma istafhamiya. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. So here, Alhamdulillah, we are done with Abab al-Ihbab, inshallah. So with that, I'll conclude this session, inshallah. Next time, we are going to start with another bab, is Mufrad Munsarif. Barakallahu li wa lakum. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.